friends, I'm Jody. Welcome back to This Beaded Life. I'm back with Sam's bead box for May Spa Day, and I'm really excited to dig back into it after that pair of earrings I made. If you didn't see the earrings, I will link them in this video here so you can watch it and see what I made for the first unboxing and design. So I'm going to go ahead and turn you guys around, and we're going to get going on some more fun with this box. I love this box. It's beautiful. Right back. Okay, so we have spa day here, and we are going to make something. I don't know what I want to make yet, but I do know, I'm kind of thinking I'd like to make a necklace, and this is just gorgeous. Look at this quartz. It's so pretty. It's so wide too. I love that. It's really thick. So I definitely want to make something with this. And I feel like I want to go very metallic with this one. So what I'm thinking is I want to use these. I'm going to use these. I thought about doing a wire wrap and hanging this from here, but then I felt like that would be just too much. So we're not going to do that, but we're going to grab these. So we have both of the metallic looking beads out of the box here. I feel like this box is going to be over fast. Like I'm going to go through it so fast. And then I'm thinking about this blue lace agate because it's absolutely beautiful. And let's see. I'm also thinking that these little tiny purple ones would be great. These little purple drops. These are really pretty because you can do like back to back with them. So it just gives like a little more visual interest, which is really cool. So I'm thinking about doing those. And then I'm also thinking about maybe bringing in just a touch of some amethyst. And would do a single strand necklace. And this is going to be a nice, easy stringing project. The one thing I am going to do though is I am going to probably wire wrap this. I really want the copper on here, and I just think it looks so pretty when it's wire wrapped. So I think we'll do that. And then maybe we will also just like spontaneously string a few of these in the wire just to bring the blue down into our piece here. So we might do that too. All right, so we have all of our goodies here, and let me grab some items that we're going to need. So I'm going to need a clasp. I'm going to need some wire, bead stringing wire, and some wire to do the wrap as well. So I'm going to grab that stuff and I will be right back. Okay, let's go over some of the things I have here. I have Soft Flex Metallic in medium, and this is antique brass. It's 0.48 millimeters. It's equivalent to a 49 strand. I have 2 Beadalon crimp tubes here in copper. I have a toggle clasp, and I'm going to use it. We're going to do a front closure. And when I do a front closure, I have this part hanging down so I can attach my dangle to it or my pendant, and I put the wire on here. And so that's what we have. Oh, and I have some artistic wire in antique brass as well. And we're going to do like a little bit of a wire wrap on here, okay? So I was going to do a bigger wire wrap, and I thought, oh, I don't really want to do a big giant one. So we're going to do a smaller wire wrap on there. So let's take off about a foot to 1.5 feet of our wire. Artistic wire is a craft wire, and really what that means is super malleable. It's really great for wrapping. I'm just going to straighten it out with my fingers a little bit, warm it up. So really, really good wire. All right. So we're going to stick this through our pendant just like this. We have a short side, which is about 5 inches, and a longer side, which is like all of it. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our wire, grab my pliers here, our short wire, and we are going to put a little bend in it, like right here. So we're making kind of like a little V, but now we took our short wire and made like a little bend, and it's going to sit right up on the middle of this piece here. All right, and then we're going to take our longer one and we're going to bend it like at the same spot there, but more of like a right angle, so it comes in to our little spot there. And then we're just going to take it gently and wrap around. When it's pointy at the top, you got to kind of like play around with it a little bit. And once you get it started, then you can hang on to it with like your bent nose pliers, like right above, and hang on to it kind of tight and work that wire down and around, and just do it slowly so that you can go around that wire. And your gem once you get down there. All right, and just keep kind of keeping it straight. Just gotta kind of pull it up and position it. Oop, just knocked it off. And we're going to do kind of like a little bit of a bulky, messy wrap here. All right, just so it's like this, and it's nice and bulky, and I like that. It looks substantial. And then just finish this off. And we're going to try to tuck that in here somewhere. Okay, and then we can use our pliers to just kind of shape it a little bit, kind of reform it. All right. And then typically what I like to do is I like to put a bead on top of it. All right, so I'm going to, hold on, let me just fix this. It's kind of bothering me a little bit. There we go. So yeah, so it's a little bit rustic, a little bit wonky, but that's what I like when it comes to some of my wraps. This little guy is still not quite wanting to go where I want him to go. There we go. That's better. That's much better. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put like a little bead on top. So I'm thinking I would like to probably use, let's do one of these little blue ones. We don't need a big one. We just need a little one. It's all I really care about. And then we're going to do like a little wire wrap loop up here, just so that we can attach it to our, our little guy here. So let's do our little wire wrap loop. Let's put this on. And make sure we have it hanging the right direction. And now we can grab a hold of our loop and we can wire wrap around that part right there. And just go around a couple times. And we can trim that off. So I'm trying to fix my wrap a little bit. It's a little bit odd of a shape for it to, like for me, for it to fit on here the way I want it to fit. All right, and then we can just squeeze in our little sharp bits that's right there. All right, so there's our pendant. And I think that looks really good. I'm happy with my wrap. I'm happy with it either side. I actually prefer this side because it's a little bit more tangly looking, which I love. It's like that little bird nest look. I can't let go of that look. I love it so much. So we're just going to smash it down a little bit. And like I said, I think I prefer this side over the other side. I think we're going to just trim that little tiny piece off there, and maybe it'll tuck in a little bit better. There we go. That looks good. All right, so we have that part. And now we can go ahead and take some of this off. And I'm not sure how much I want to use. You guys know how I do it. I measure it on my neck, and then I let you know how long I want how long it is. All right, so I'll grab my tape measure here. And we're just gonna measure this real quick. And it looks like I have about 28 inches of the Softflex bead stringing wire. All right, put that back. And let's go ahead and get this started. I'm just gonna put that off to the side. Let's open up some of these beads. And what we're going to do is we're going to be starting at the back of our necklace. All right, so we're going to use some beads that we don't need a ton of up front, which would be a lot of these like little blue ones. So we'll use a lot of those. I think I'll put some other beads in between maybe. Let me get more of those little blue ones out because we will need more of those, I'm sure. What did I do with my box? There it is. All right. So let's grab some more of those little blue ones real quick. We have a bunch of them. These are like the best little spacers. You can honestly do a lot with these little beads. I'm on the wait list for the seed beads that match this box. I need the 8 and I went ahead and put myself on the wait list for them, hoping that we'll get them soon. Oh, I just dumped a bunch of them in here. All right, well, I'm gonna have the fish shows out later. They're gonna be fine for now, even though it's gonna bother me. All right, so I need to stop being so concerned about it, I guess. All right, so we got more of those. Let's go ahead and we're gonna start with the back, like I said. I feel like my lighting is weird. I'm always having that my lighting is weird issue. Okay, so let's go ahead and put on one, and let's just drop it all the way down. And then, you know what, let's put on 3. So we have 1 already. There's 2. And there's 3. And then we can put on one of these. I want the small part going towards my little beads. Put another one on here. And then let's do yeah, let's do 1, 2, and 3. and 3 on this side. One, 2, and 3. All right, so this is what we have so far. Those colors look so pretty together. And then we're gonna do one of these cubes. We'll do an amethyst and get them on this strand. These are so tiny. There we go. And another cube. And let's do the same thing on this side. Cube. Teeny tiny little amethyst. And another cube. All right, and now we'll do 3 more of the light blue. So there's 1, oh my goodness, 2, and 3. And here's 1, 2, and 3. And then we can do our little back-to-back. So let's do this little drop. And we'll do 3 more little blue ones. 1, 2, and 3. And then our drop going the other way, like that. And that's going to give us some, like some space on the back where we're not using a bunch of our bigger beads that we want to have seen up front, even though like these little beads are just as amazing as our bigger beads are. This whole box was just done with such care, as it is every month, you guys. Like if you aren't a subscriber to Sam's Bead Box yet, you might want to definitely think about it. I mean, it's so stunning all the time, and they really do think about like what they are doing. You know, when they're putting it together, it's not okay, well, what are we getting this month? Okay, what can we put together for a box? I mean, there's so much planning that goes into it, and you can tell that there is, because it's always just so super cohesive, and every month is like very unique, even though there are some times where, yeah, you might get a repeat bead, but it's because the beads are so versatile. And we know that because a lot of times, you know what we do? We buy the same beads over and over and over. So, yeah, when, you know, I just think that a lot of the beads you can just use over and over and over again in so many different palettes. So, which is why a lot of times I do my Sam's Bead Box, like let's condense and do a bead soup project, and it just works out so nice. Okay, so here's what the back of my necklace will look like. Now we're going to do the sides and the front. So this is where we're going to bring out like some bigger beads, and we're going to match them together. And I'm trying to think of like how I want to build on this. So so far what we have on the back is very, very pretty. We do have some more of these drops, which I do intend on using as just like your regular beads. It looks like we have like a total of 5, a total of, let's see, it's 4. Yeah, so we have enough to do some stuff we want to do with it. And what we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and start with this one. All right, we're going to put this one on. and I want the wide part coming down. And I'm going to then put on one of, hold on. Yeah, one of these. And then I want something in between, and I think we'll do the blue lace agate in between because it's really pretty. And we'll go like that, and then put our wide end in. So just like that. All right, so that's one of our little sections of beads right there. And then I want to come in and I want to do 2 amethysts. These amethysts are really difficult to pick up with my bead stringing wire. It's hard to find the hole. All right, so let's just move a few of them here so I can put them on. So we need an amethyst. As soon as I find the little hole. Goodness, where are you? Sometimes the holes just blend in like perfectly with the bead, and I'm like, what? I know this was strung on something. I pulled the string off myself. Where's the hole? All right, we're not spending more time on that one. Here's the hole for this one. Oh, that's not the hole. I'm trying to see where the little line is in the bead so I can line it up with my stringing wire. Why is it so difficult? There we go. And then we're going to put on one of our little cubes. And then we're going to do another amethyst. It must be a glutton for punishment. There we go. So like that. And then we're going to do another segment just like this. I want these beads, like they're 6 and like, I think they're like 6 and 7 millimeter. And they're far from being chunky, but they're chunkier than the other little beads that we are using. So I'm treating them as like chunky beads. All right, now let's go ahead and do some on this side, just so I don't get too far ahead of myself and I lose track of what I'm doing. Nope, did that the wrong way. Skinny side in, chunky monkey side out. There we go. So those of you who get the box, are you enjoying this one this month? Do you love it? Or, you know, what are your favorite pieces in here? Those of you who do not get it, you know, you can subscribe at any point to Sam's Bead Box, or you can even go on Sam's Bead Shop, and they do have it, the box for sale. It's about $30 more than if you were subscribing to it, but it's still a discount. I think it's like $20 or $30 more. Don't quote me on that. But also they sell the extras, which is something that I know a lot of people take advantage of. Like they may not get the whole box, but they'll go get some of the extras that they like the best. So you can go purchase the extras if you like and get those. And yeah, and then, you know, you can be kind of curating your own little set, which is quite nice to do too. All right, so this is what we have so far. And I think that looks really, really pretty. All right, hold on one moment. Okay, Sorry about that, little interruption there. We're gonna grab a few more of these amethysts. We're gonna do one more little amethyst thing like this. And then since we don't have any more of those drops, we only have 2, I won't be using any more drops. That's gonna be just for that section here. And then we're gonna figure out what we wanna do next to make it look really, really pretty together. There we go. Sorry, it's taking me a hot minute to get the little amethyst on my thread, or my wire, but it is taking a little hot minute. There we go. Okay, so next I think what we should do is maybe we should grab like a couple of these little light blue ones. Let's do 3 of them. Oops, I just flung one. Where he went, I'll never know. All right. Oh, he's right inside my wire. Stuck to the... All right, I gotta get him out. There we go. Once I get kind of obsessed with doing something like that, you guys, I have to like finish it or walk away or something. All right, so now we have... Oh, come on. There we go. There's 3 of those. And then let's bring in some more of the chunk. So we have this one, this one. These fire polished copper ones are so pretty. I can't even take it. They're so pretty. All right, so then we'll do 3 more of these little tiny blue ones. There we go. Do the same thing over here. There's 1, 2, 3. Copper, the blue lace agate, and the copper. You know, I don't typically buy blue lace agate, and it's not because I don't like it. It's just, it's not one of my go-tos. You know how I said we all like pretty much buy the same things over and over. And I'm like kind of regretting that I haven't been a blue lace agate buyer because they are stunning beads. I mean, they are so pretty. So, so pretty. All right. Next, I want to do another of our little amethyst, cube amethyst. So sometimes I feel like when I think people look at some of the jewelry I make as like chaotic because it goes small, big, small, big. I look at it as like balance. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like balance to me. And we're all like so different when it comes to our taste and designs, but yet we're all similar. You know what I mean? It's just, it's kind of, it's funny. But then there are some things that I do like a graduated look or, you know, stuff like that. But I love the texture using small and large back and forth together like that. It just, to me, it looks so pretty and I just absolutely love it. All right, so now that we're like that, I want to do another one like this. So let's do our copper one, our blue lace agate, and our copper. And then let's do the amethyst cube, amethyst together, followed by 3 of the little light blue beads. Go. And let's do our copper blue lace agate, copper, okay, this is looking really cute. I think this is pretty. Look at when you mix them all together like this. There's some sparkle, there's some shine, there's contrast, there's texture. There's just all kinds of great things happening, and I'm here for it. So there's 1, 2, 3. And let's do the same thing over here. We're getting close to the end, so we're gonna just kind of be careful and make sure we're getting everything that we want on here. I definitely want to do another segment of the larger beads before we end this. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do another of the amethyst, the cube and the amethyst. And we'll do 1 more of the large bead segment. And we might be at the end here. We shall see. If I can ever find the holes in the amethyst. I think I see where it is. There we go. All right. And then let's go ahead and do our copper, our blue lace agate, and our copper. Let's do the same thing on this side. Oh, we are getting down to the nitty gritty here, guys. I'm only gonna have 1 of those copper beads left. We'll have to use him in like as like a dangle somewhere. All right, so I just wanna fix this real quick. Let's scoot this up. I'm trying to even this out just a little bit. All right. And then let's just do 1 more small one. We'll do the amethyst and the cube again. And then we can put these at the end. I feel like this box is going to be empty before like the end of next week. I'm not going to have anything left. I've used it all up. All right, and then let's put this little guy here, and we'll end it with that. That looks kind of cool. I like that. All right, so we need amethyst, our cube, an amethyst, and our little drop. And now we have 0 drops. We have 0 drops, guys. All right. So let's put our clasp and pendant on. All right, so let's do the side. We need our crimp first and foremost. And then we need our bar part of our toggle. And we're going to just make a loop right over. We're not using any jump rings. You don't need to use Wire Guardians with Soft Flex. You don't need to use anything else. The color of it is like, you want that exposed because it's really, really nice. And now we're going to go over our crimp with our magical crimpers. We made our little square. Now we're going to turn it on its side. And now it's not a square. And now we're just going to go ahead and put it back in our crimpers. Making sure I'm getting it lined up. And we're going to crimp and twist it until we have no more resistance against our crimp. And now we have this like nice little ball right here. It looks perfect. And I know that this wire will not fit twice through the check glass here. So we're going to trim this off. Close as we can get to that crimp. And I'm going to just pick it up and slide it down. Let gravity help us out. All right, now we can put on this one. And we're going to do the same thing here, except for we're not going through a loop, we're going through our ring. And we're going to put our tail of our thread through our crimp. And we're just going to try not to cross it inside our crimp, cross our wires. And we're just going to pull this down until we have about the same amount of a loop. Is it crossed or not? So hard to tell sometimes when you're in there. Pull it down. All right, now we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to crimp this with our magical crimpers. Get our square. I'm getting better at this every day, you guys. I still have some funky ones sometimes that come out. Like this one might be a little bit funky, but it's okay. We will deal with that if we need to. No, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. All right, good. I'm happy with it. And then let's trim off our strand that we don't need. And now we have our really pretty necklace that hangs like this. Oh, I'm messing up. I'm messing up here because I'm moving it around too much. All right. So okay, guys, there we go. Oh my goodness. I am like messing it up. All right, so this is what it looks like when it would be hanging from you. But I will try it on so you guys can see what it looks like hanging from like on a real person. And I'm really happy with the way the patterns and the colors turned out in this. I think it looks so pretty. And I'm hoping you guys like it too. Let me know what you think in the comments, please. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that. Hit that little subscribe button, get notifications so you know when my next one is out. Okay, guys, I'll turn this around first and then I'll do my closing. I'll be back. Okay, guys, here it is. Here's the front of it. So this is what it looks like hanging, and it looks really cute hanging like that. This is why I use the if I'm going to do a front clasp, I do it this way. And then the colors really seem to pop when they're not right next to each other. So you're picking up that blue, you're picking up that copper, and it's bold yet subtle. and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to clean up my mess. I'm going to put this stuff away, and I will talk to you again real soon. And I'm sending you guys all my love. I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye, everyone.